guys ready to do some jokes?
Yeah.
All right. So I originally got into stand-up because of my first date, actually. And what happened was I took her out frisbee golfing, which is fun because it's hard. And I love doing things that make me look stupid. And so I take her out, we get going, and she throws hers, my turn. I throw my disc. And I found out that the only thing worse than only throwing your disc 5 feet is only throwing your disc 5 feet into the back of your date's head. You won't talk anymore. So I hate name tags for kind of the reason because when you wear a name tag, people will still ask you your name. And even worse, when they ask me my name, I look down at my name tag. They'll be like, "What's your name?" I'll be like, "My name's..." It's hard to read upside down. But I found a way around name tags. They're called pickup rhymes, and you just make a rap about yourself as an introduction. And here's mine. Hello, my name is Chandler. I don't need a handler. I only like girls with really good standards. On a scale, you're a 1 with a couple extra zeros. If you'll be my damsel, I'll be your hero. And if we could have a random member from the audience. Yes, you, Madison. What's your name? Alright.
Maddie.
So here's yours. Hello, my name is Maddie. I need a sugar daddy. I totally forgot the rest of it. Hello, my name is Maddie. I need a sugar daddy. If you buy me lots of toys, you'll bring me much joy. This way, I can stay unemployed. I kind of hate PowerPoints for the sole reason that they're the worst way to give a presentation. Like, all you have is, for me, personally, all I did was put pictures on it. And, like, back in 6th grade, all you would do is put a picture of a giraffe taking, like, a skydiving lesson, and you'd be like, "This is science! Science!" And that's it. You just wait and get an A because the teacher doesn't care, and she's been sitting back in the chair watching everyone else do the same thing over and over again. But it's really funny about public presentations. The number 1 fear in America right now is public speaking. Number 2 is death. More people are scared of doing what I'm doing right now than doing this. So the guy who asked what I was doing, I died. So, yeah. I'm a drummer, and being a drummer, you always think of weird things. Like, I was always wondering, what would happen if instead of picking up my drumsticks, I accidentally picked up 2 magic wands? And it'd be like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, Jim is now a can of soup. Sorry, Jim. I mean, Campbell's. But being a drummer, I like loud music. Yeah, Campbell's. I like loud music. And, you know, when you listen to loud music, sometimes it's cool. However, sometimes it's not cool to listen to loud music. Like when you're listening to it in the car and the loud music is Taylor Swift. And you're singing along like me. Don't cheer, it's embarrassing. But, you know, I'm Mormon, and I think a few of you are Mormon, too. Alright, like I thought of you. And it's interesting, Mormons will take things and they'll warp it, like with music. They'll just conform it to their standards. Like, people will be like, yeah, I'm going to get out all my bottles, and they'll be like, I'm getting out all my bottles of Martinelli's. They'll be saying, I'm going to party all night. I'm going to party till 8:30. 8:35 on Friday. So, have you ever stayed up so late that something becomes a good idea? Like 8:40. I was up late this one night, and we ended up at 1 a.m. on my roof. And then one of our friends ended up on the ground. And he didn't look dead, so it didn't seem like a bad idea quite yet. Another thing that's actually really interesting later at night is food will taste so much better. Like my friend comes to me and is like, dude, the cereal tastes so good. I go, well, one, that was sour milk. And 2, that's dog food. Stay out of my dog food. Another thing, like, if you stay up late, you'll have crazy dreams. And some dreams, like, people, they have crazy dreams and they try and interpret them for some reason. Like this one of my friends comes up to me and goes, I had this dream about this girl and that we got married forever. And I married her. It's like, dude, that wasn't smart. Well, maybe in Rexburg it was, but it wasn't smart in real life. Because last night you had a dream about you and a polar bear fighting a can of tuna fish. Let's be honest, you probably shouldn't be trusting your dreams. And another thing about dreams is interesting. They try and interpret them. Someone was like, oh, I've been running in place in my dreams. What does this mean? What does it mean? It means you got a treadmill in your head. It's probably gonna work out. That's the only way of doing it. So, I like dancing, but dancing has become something that's not necessarily actually dance moves anymore. They just become things you normally do in life. Like you've got the shopping cart, the lawnmower, and my personal favorite is, I made this up, it's called the blender. Here's how it goes. Alright, getting out the blender, putting fruit in the blender, starting the blender, stopping the blender, putting the lid on the blender, starting the blender, waiting. That's just dancing the new age. Yeah. So have you ever gotten in an argument with someone who's so arrogant that they then play the race card as an argument winner? Yeah, you know that guy. Like, playing the race card is like bringing a knife to a gunfight. It's the worst idea you can have. And, like, sometimes playing the race card works. Like, you know, if you're black, you play the race card. That's a pretty big knife. If you're white and you play the race card, it's like bringing a spoon to a knife fight. Let's be honest. You're not doing yourself any good. If you're Russian, you probably bring a bottle of vodka. And you just don't know what happened. So I got a story. It's a story about love lost and fat people. And how it goes is, how it goes is, I was at an airport and I'm traveling alone. I'm gonna go and do my own thing. I'm going to Utah, because all Mormons go to Utah. It's just what we do. We like recharge. And I'm sitting there, and I met this girl, and it was great because she was talking to me, we were having fun, she didn't run away. When I started talking, and I had to get on the plane first. So I was like, alright, I'll save you a spot. Don't worry about it. Get on the plane, put my backpack in the seat next to me. I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. And then all of a sudden I see her coming up the aisle, and I'm like, alright, cool. She's going to sit next to me, we're going to have a nice trip. And I move my backpack, and all of a sudden, this huge fat guy sits right down in her spot! I was so appalled that I had lost my chance to talk to this cute girl. And now I'm stuck at the chair in the Sky Mall magazine reading about the all-edge brownie pan. Not too great of a product if you ask me, but moral of that story would be that you never know what happens when she's walking up the aisle, guys. Someone could ruin it. Yeah, so one last thing before I stop. I did bring a ukulele. I started playing ukulele last year in September. They're really easy to learn. They're really cheap. I'm not endorsing them. Just go buy one and play it. And there are jokes that I have that don't really work on their own, but they work well when you put them to music, and I don't understand why. So here we go. These are jokes that work on their own. So one time I was watching the cooking channel because I needed to feel like a man. So one time, sometimes people think that I slur my words. And it's really interesting because they think I'm saying something I'm not saying. Like I asked my friend if I could borrow his horse, and he thought I said, "Can I borrow some peanut butter?" One time, I punched a know girls invented makeup and guys invented lying. So one last joke, and this is for the fellas out there. If you ever need a pickup line and you're in Rexburg, just use this one. Hey, you want to go out sometime? Maybe later we can get married.